When the TNT Championship was introduced, it was introduced as a championship akin to the world title. It was first held by Cody Rhodes, and this established this championship as a very prestigious championship within the company. It would later be held by the likes of the great Brody Lee, Darby Allin, and Miro in excellent title runs. But later on in this title's lineage, you would see this title slowly fade away into obscurity with downright bad reigns by the likes of Sammy Guevara, Scorpio Sky, and Wardlow. This would all change when Christian Cage would get his hands on the TNT Championship, and he is really starting to bring that title back to its former glory. I mean, just think about the current names going after that TNT Championship. You have Christian Cage as the current champion, but then you have a new signing Adam Copeland eyeing Christian Cage, and you have to think eventually he will go after that TNT Championship. You have a rising star Swerve Strickland eyeing the TNT Championship, and you have one of the biggest names in the business, Bryan Danielson, with a title opportunity against Christian Cage at the time of this recording. The main event guys in AEW are vying for that championship, and it gives it this sense of prestige. When a name like Bryan Danielson wants that TNT championship, then you have to believe anybody on that roster would go for that title. When it's closing Dynamite, closing pay-per-views like it never has before, that TNT championship not only has a sense of prestige it had during its initial run, but it's starting to exceed that sense of prestige. A large part of this has to do with Christian Cage himself. With every great championship comes a great champion, and Christian Cage is putting in that work. He treats that title like it's the World Championship. He gives it the sense of prestige, him not wanting to join up with Adam Copeland because hell, he's the TNT champion, makes that title seem more prestigious than the tag titles, for example. He puts it at that level of a world championship. He treats it with respect, with dignity. It's not like when Sammy Guevara was posting half-nude pictures of himself with the TNT championship. It's nothing like that, because Sammy Guevara would go into the background of stories with that title and it really felt like a prop. But Christian Cage puts it at the forefront. Christian Cage holds that title with respect and dignity, and it causes that title to feel incredibly important. Overall, with the names vying for that championship and the great run that Christian Cage is having, alongside the fact that this title regularly main events shows, I would argue that the TNT Championship is in the best position it's ever been. I feel like the future of this championship for once feels bright. You look at the possible opportunities: an Adam Copeland TNT title run, a Bryan Danielson TNT title run. All of these are incredibly interesting, and just a few months ago, the TNT title seems dead in the water. It shows with the right booking, even something that seems unsavable can be saved and can be brought to levels it's never been before. To put it simply, at a time where many are arguing that the AEW product has grown cold, the TNT Championship constantly brings excitement to that product that I believe no other title scene in the company is doing. I feel like bringing in Adam Copeland is the biggest story in AEW currently, and that heavily ties into that TNT Championship. I feel like fans are excited about Christian Cage versus Bryan Danielson. I feel like fans are excited to see what Darby Allin does after he was screwed out of the TNT title by Nick Wayne. There's just overall a lot of excitement in that title scene, and I think that AEW desperately needs it at this time. My final thoughts on this is that Christian Cage deserves all the credit in the world for what he's managed to do for this title, and I think Tony Khan deserves some credit too for giving him the TV time and the proper feuds to make it work. This title means a lot to the history of this company, and I'm very glad to see it being used in the position that I think all of us fans want it to be.